Let's get to Eamon Javers this morning with some breaking news out of D.C. Good morning, Eamon.
Yeah, good morning, Carl. The White House says the president has now signed a new presidential memorandum. This one is aimed at third-party resellers of alleged counterfeit goods and sometimes inappropriate drugs being sent from overseas through online retailers, the administration says, including Amazon, that are reaching American homes and bypassing some of the traditional checks and balances that are aimed at weeding out counterfeit goods and counterfeit brands from the American marketplace. The president signed that today. Peter Navarro, the trade advisor, has an op-ed about all this in the Wall Street Journal, but the White House confirms the president has already signed that memorandum this morning, Carl. Back over to you.
All right, Eamon Javers, had this been previously telegraphed? Were we looking for this to happen?
Yeah, this has been something that the administration has been concerned about for a while, right? And particularly when they're talking about the opioid crisis and the drugs coming through packages, particularly from China, through online retailers. What this memorandum actually does is simply direct the Department of Homeland Security to work with federal law enforcement in terms of stemming the tide of counterfeit goods and drugs. That's something that's been already underway, but the effect of the memorandum is to really alert those online resellers that the administration is watching this space carefully. Navarro, in his op-ed, says that he hopes that the online resellers will police their own networks and make sure that these counterfeit goods and drugs aren't coming through their systems.
Does it impact anything with regard to the trade talks in China, Eamon?
No, I mean, the Chinese have said that they're clamping down, I should say, on fentanyl and production there. That's been a big piece of the China trade talks, but this is a separate issue. And, you know, you could look at this administration's sort of hostility toward Amazon as a company and Jeff Bezos as a CEO as one sort of animating factor in the mix, but they've talked a lot about the idea here, ultimately, of counterfeit goods and drugs coming in through online resellers more broadly than just Amazon. This is just a presidential memorandum, though, and what it's doing is it's instructing DHS to work with federal law enforcement. That's something that DHS does on a regular basis. So this gives sort of the force of presidential authority to that and alerts those retailers that the administration is watching and paying attention to this issue.